So, for the convergence or integrated marketing communication, I think I've never taken a marketing class, so I don't really know much about the marketing side. But I know being public affairs for the Army, it's always been a friction point where people think that public relations is marketing. But at the same time, it's not because marketing in the Army has its own separate thing and they have their own funding and stuff like that. So I think that would be one of the challenges that I think I will encounter, because the goal for me after graduating from UW is become a public affairs, go back to public affairs for the Army. So I think that's one thing is the difference between and Dr. Price pretty much talked about the difference between marketing and public relations. And I think that's one of the things that the army doesn't, like majority of the people in the army doesn't understand, is marketing is not the same as PR. So I think that's one struggle that I will obviously encounter, is trying to explain to people that my job is not the same as the job as the people in the marketing side, because as discussed in the video, PR people have to be good storytellers, and that is my job, is to tell the army story, not to market the army, and not try to create the videos for ads and stuff like that, because that's not what my job is, or as a public affairs or public relations. That's not what we do in public relations. We tell the story of the organization, and we try to persuade people to listen to us, to trust us, and to be loyal to us. And I think that's one thing that um that would be really a big challenge for me, is try to create that division, that marketing is not public relations and public relations is not marketing. And that's one thing that I would like to be able to, like, having this class or the lecture that we just had about integrated marketing communication. I think having that will actually help me, because I gained a lot of knowledge, and being able to understand the difference between the two will help me be able to explain that to other people, especially like my future commander, whoever I will end up working for in the army. Then I can explain that to them and be able to say, like, no, that's kind of like the marketing side of the army, so you're gonna have to send it to somebody else. Somebody have to do that, not me, because I my main job is to create that relationship with the publics, and actually be able to tell the story of the army, and not try to advertise for the army. So I think that's one thing that I'm glad that we had this class for.